Hi, this is Kelly from Crafty Kellys at www.craftykelly.co.uk. So today I'm just going to share with you and show you how I've created these lovely little notepads which are going in a pack for the ladies I'm going up to on stage with. So I think there's 7 of us, so I've made an extra one. I've used the Myths and Magic paper, and I saw another demonstrator do this and I thought it was a fantastic idea, so you can still get a bit of the designer paper on a product, but not have to use a whole sheet. So I got you know 8 did I get 8? 2, 6, oh I got 7. I'm sure I got another one somewhere. Oh, it's because it's in the bag. Sorry, I got 8 from one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I had a little sliver left over, so I'm sure I can use that for something. But these are just a little thing I'm doing for my on-stage friends. This is like an exclusive on-stage swap, so, or gift I'd call it. You may have seen the necklaces I'm giving, so I'm giving these books and some other little bits, so you'll see in another video me putting together the packs. So this is, I'm going to show you how I've created this. I've not put a sentiment on this yet because I'm not entirely sure what I want to use, so I'm still trying to figure that out, but the one I'm going to show you today does. So I'll leave those to one side and I'll just tell you measurements. Now I got these little shopping pad notebooks, and I got them from a local pound shop, and I'll show you the packs because I buy them quite regularly for like craft fairs and stuff. You get 6 in a pack for £1, bargain, and then you can get these like half size A7 little ones, 8 of them for £1. So brilliant buy. You know, you can't go wrong with that, and you just need to recover them really. They come with a very kind of flimsy top piece of paper. You could remove it all together if you wanted and stick over, or you know, you don't, or you could just stick on top, which is what we're going to do today. Let me just grab my fast piece, because actually I'll use my glue. Is that my good glue? That's my good glue. Ooh. So I'm going to use glue to adhere this, only because I've got time for it to dry, and I've got a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that it's all lined up properly. So I've pre-cut all my pieces. For this one I'm going to use some of the designer series paper that I've got from the Fruity Tooty range. It comes in lots of different ones, and that's what I done my little envelope pouches in. So I've still got a pack with some left, so I thought I'd use it for this. This is Rich Razzleberry. And it is cut to 7.5 centimetres by 21. So the 21 is a sheet of A4. Let me grab a sheet of A4 for you, and you can see. Oh, dropping everything. Apologies. So here's a sheet of A4. And then it's literally just 7.5 centimetres. So I got like 3 or 4 out of like a piece of cardstock, which is fantastic. That means I'm not wasting any. The only difference with this one is, if you've seen, I'm sure I've done a video on other ones, but I don't have a wraparound on this one. And I thought that was quite clever of another demonstrator to kind of be quite frugal, kind of, or just efficient with her use of cardstock. And then, so this is, like I said, 21 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres. Now this piece of cardstock, this is 7 centimetres across, but this is just a 6 by 6, so that's 6 inches, put my teeth back in, and 7 centimetres. So you're just like cutting into it a bit. I don't know what it is in, I'm not very good at the whole measuring system. So you can see I've just cut 7 inches in, and you can get a couple out of that, which is fab. So that's what I've cut. I am using now, I think this one is retired. but it was just the perfect colour, so I'm going to use it. But it's one of the glimmer papers that I got in a Celebrations last year, so it was a freebie, and it came with Bermuda Bay, this pink, and I think it was a green possibly, or white, I can't remember. But so I still had a little bit of this left over, so I'm going to use that today because I thought it was brilliant. And I'm using the Label Me Pretty punch. I'm using the 1 3/8 scallop punch. I'm not sure what sentiment yet I'm going to use, so I've just got a bit of scrap Whisper White so I can do that. So this is so easy to construct. Once you've cut it, it's literally just sticking it together really. There's only like one bit that we're going to stamp, which is a sentiment, and we'll do that in a minute, so no rush. So I'm going to apply the glue to my cardstock. Oh, I might have just picked up the one that's running out. I have just got another one. Yeah. This is my last one. I better order some. I usually use fast fuse for everything, but I found like with stuff like this that the glue's just a bit more forgiving if you don't quite get it lined up properly. So I'm just going to line this up top and bottom. I want to try and make sure that like all that red is covered. I'm not so fussed about the black on the top. I just want the red covered. I'll pop a bit more glue up here. And I don't mind if it squidges over, that's fine. Because I'm just going to use my finger and run it along it to kind of seal it a little. Because the Tombow dries clear, so it's fine. So I'm not like precious about it. And then obviously you can use any design series paper you want. I'm going to use the pretty fruit on the front. Just once again, bit of glue. You could use fast fuse and try and get it. I do love fast fuse, but it's not forgiving if you don't place it down straight first time, which I don't always do, but I do tend to use fast fuse. Now, with the glimmer paper, the punches through it perfect. I'm going to raise that up on dimensionals. Let me grab those. Sorry, I've not got everything out. So I'm just going to take 2. Oh, my fingers are all covered in glue now. And to kind of draw attention to that like big line, that's why I've got this like central and kind of just hanging off, so it kind of breaks up the harsh line. Right, fab. So I'm just grabbing scraps. So I'm going to use the same one I've used on my swaps. Sorry, I'm having like a brain fart. So that one is the 1 1/4, and then I think I'm just gonna do one of these. And then that on top. That like that. That's better. That's it. That's got it. So I'm happy with that. I like that. So this I'm just going to stick on, and I'm hoping that the dimensional will hold it on to, or a dimensional will hold it on. Ooh. Where have they gone? Apologies for my scattiness. Fab. Love it. Love it. So, after fart-arsing around for a bit, I went back to my original one, and I think I'm going to do the same with these ones. as well. So there is our little notepad covered. Well, I think it's just a fantastic idea. You can use different sentiments. You can play around with the placement of the DSP. It's entirely up to you what and how you do it. So anyway, this has been Kelly from Crafty Kellys at www.craftykelly.co.uk, sharing with you my little notepads that I have got for my goodie bags for OnStage. Anyway, I'll catch you again soon. Bye.